podcast number 2. I'm not going to stop it this time. I'm not going to stop it.
Right, okay.
Like we've been, we were just laughing at the little things we were doing against the mic. The little, well, I'm doing it now. Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, wait. Okay. Go.
Yeah. Podcast number 2.
Here we are.
Here we are. Podcast number 2. We're doing it the day after, in case you're wondering. How do you think it went, Harley?
I mean, there were some audio problems throughout the documentary.
We should probably talk about
the documentary, no, the podcast. But hopefully we can fix them over time and make the quality better.
Because Harley's mic wasn't on.
Yep.
Yeah, that probably didn't help.
So our mics had to pick it up.
I mean, we have been in the radio studio before, but we're like the fact we're operating it ourselves is kind of like we're still learning to all the little bits and bobs.
Right.
Yeah.
What do we get into first? The fight you were talking about this morning.
Okay, so Sean, this weekend, it's the big fight everyone's talking about.
Khabib McGregor. Except from Jacob.
Apart from Jacob.
Have you ever watched a UFC fight, Jacob?
No. I mean,
No.
I watched.
Do you know anyone from the UFC?
Oh, McGregor and.
Oh, apart from those two.
No, because Mayweather wasn't actually UFC, is he?
No.
No. Then no. Then.
Well, everyone's talking about it. It's a huge fight. Sean, what do you think will happen in the fight?
I think, well, we were saying earlier, weren't we, that Conor McGregor, like, when he's in a standing position, he's probably the best there is, with his kind of punches and stuff. But if Khabib ever gets him to the ground, and, like, with his wrestling background, I think it's over for McGregor. But I think, obviously, because a UFC, like, fight starts standing up, I think, like, McGregor, if Khabib doesn't get him down, I think McGregor wins the fight, so I think McGregor is probably the one who's going to win the fight.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, I do really like McGregor's style of fighting. I think he's very good at stand-up. That's obviously his main thing. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I think obviously Khabib's not great stand-up. I think obviously McGregor's much stronger in that. But obviously Khabib's much stronger on the ground. And I mean, I think his takedowns are very, very good. And I mean, it would have to be a very, very good punch to knock out Khabib. But I think Khabib could possibly win on the ground.
Should point out that in the UK we can watch it free.
Oh, yes.
And in the US, how much do they have to pay? Like $70 or something.
So it's quite expensive. Yeah.
Wow.
On pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But I think we're quite lucky to get it free. So yeah, this Saturday.
Yeah, we feel sorry for you if any of you are watching from
the US,
the United States.
I mean, listening
from the United States.
Right. As we were talking about earlier being last podcast,
Yes.
Venom. I think this is going to be one of the last times we're talking about it, just because I feel like we're repeating it a lot. But
you're trying to watch them this weekend, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm watching it Saturday, I think. But I did do a poll, because I'm prepped like that, Sean.
Social media influencer.
Did a little poll on Instagram.
Ooh.
And I said, do you think it's going to be good
or bad?
And and 75% people said yes, which I was very surprised.
Be good. Okay.
They clearly haven't seen the reviews.
Do you have any spoilers on like the storyline and stuff, Jacob? Because I know about Spider-Man and stuff. I know Venom comes from Spider-Man.
Yes.
But like, do you know any? I don't really know the background of Venom.
So it's like Venom's like a symbiote.
I don't know the word. Didn't even know that word existed.
Yeah. But and so there's a bunch of them. I'm guessing, from what I can tell from all the trailers, there's a bunch of those. They fall down to earth, and then some secret little. It's a bit like Stranger Things with their kind of lab.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that, where they're all kind of like, let's keep that aside, and like it kills them and stuff. And then Tom Hardy, who plays, I forgot his name, the main character.
Is he like? I swear he's like a scientist or something.
No,
he's a journalist.
Yeah,
journalist.
He's a journalist, and he goes in. He's like, "Hey, tell us."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "No," and then he goes in. then the venom
Mm.
whatever gets on him, and then that's the gist.
Because I remember the third Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire,
Yeah.
and when like he became like the Black Spider-Man and he got possessed. But
Yeah.
that's like
Different type of venom.
that's a different type of venom, isn't it? That's like just Black Spider-Man.
Yeah. But,
So yeah,
yeah.
I mean that's our Venom preview pretty much. We'll review it. Obviously, it comes out this Friday.
actually, it's out now.
Oh, it's out now.
But like, yeah, the official release date is the 5th.
And then we'll review it. Well, me and Jacob are going to watch it on the weekend, and we'll review it on the next podcast.
Cool.
One more thing,
Mm.
not about Venom, but just about the last podcast. Got the feedback. Asked some
Oh, we did
people.
actually. Yes, we did.
So,
Thank you for the feedback from
Thanks,
anyone.
thanks, Robert. But what did we get? Just mainly about the mics.
Yes, it was.
But yeah.
It's hopefully
I
sorted
mean, I had a kind of mixed reaction personally. I was like, this was good, but obviously it was our first one, so we did have problems, but it's all good now. We've figured them out. But
And be harsh. Make sure that if like you think we can speak better or like get better at speaking into the mic and whatever, just do say, because we'll take it on obviously, and we'll just improve. So
constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is
Criticism.
wanted.
yeah. But subject for today, as our whole Tricast podcast is about, just mainly us, but kind of college overview. Let me speak properly. Like an umbrella of the subject of college. But one of the things I thought would be good to talk about is how we met.
Oh, okay.
When Harry met Sally, when Sean met Harley, when Harley met Jacob.
When Jacob met Harley.
were you thinking you were going to say that in the last hour, Jacob? Did you have that?
You definitely planned
planned
that.
in your head
I did
that you were
not.
going to? Obviously did.
But yeah.
All right. Well,
Who wants to go first? About
Jacob, you can go first.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just broke the chair. So, how did this happen? So, year 12. The year was 2017, and
Last year.
Yeah, thanks for that, Sean.
I think people can tell the date.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it was near enough last year. Last year, and so I was a bit of a loner, really.
So was I.
Because me and Harley came from
Essex.
So literally lots of people, like Sean, he had people from school
Yeah.
that
I'll
came
count
here.
that.
It was like a local college. So we came in and I was like, got no friends. Then it was probably after about a couple of days that I actually, because I always saw Harley. And
I saw you on the first induction day, didn't I? When we were sitting on the sofas, it was really awkward.
You were like, I'm from Essex. I'm like, wow.
We were all sitting on these sofas and everyone was just sitting on their phones, and it was the most awkward situation I've ever been in.
Yeah. And then so I saw Harley. Then we talked for a bit, and then I was introduced to Sean and Joe. Joe's on next week, I think.
Next week's
for our
podcast.
guest.
Yeah.
But then I met Joe and Sean, and then that kind of dispersed. And then
I think we're only friends because we're from Essex. I don't really like him really. But
that was literally
That's exactly why we started a podcast together, isn't it?
That is literally. I can't think of any other. I mean, I don't know. We're nice people, but apart from
I
that,
don't think we would
that
have
was
actually been friends.
Like if we weren't, if he didn't not mention, but if he wasn't or I wasn't, it would not be the same.
Well, we should mention like above that, we were all in the same classes in year 12. Well, not anymore, but that inevitably we're all together. So naturally we just became friends.
Yeah.
What about you, Harley? What's your take on the story?
Same.
Pretty much the same.
Jacob, yeah.
All right. Well, let's just skip to me then, because I'm a bit different. So yeah, as Jacob mentioned, what are you laughing at, Jacob? What's so funny? What's so funny?
He said, when you said I'm a bit different, he went,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
nodded his head. So. Bit offensive, Jacob.
All right. What? Because
Equality and all that.
Because I didn't come from Essex? Is that?
Being racist,
is-
Jacob.
Yeah. Are you not ganging up on me?
Well, actually,
Well, we're gonna have to get Joan here to debate
Well,
London,
actually,
London
yes.
versus Essex.
yes. that's what
Anyway,
we do.
But
Plugged.
as Jacob did say, I went to a secondary school with quite a few people that also came to the Global Academy with me, and yeah, I knew them quite well. So in the first few days, I remember hanging around with them quite a lot. Yeah, especially one boy who was in our class in year 12 as well, called Matt. And then, yeah, from there it's pretty much the same as, I don't know, we just came in the same class, speak to each other, be in the same groups for like tasks and stuff.
Yeah.
And then from there it's just...
and then we were like, we should make a podcast.
However, I do remember at the start, there were lots of times where it was like, we'd be in groups, and we'd be in threes, and it would always be you, Harley, and Joe. Do you remember that? Yeah. Do you remember the first thing? Well, I think it was when you were like, what was it? You went through like a door or something. That task.
Yeah.
And then like you were with like it was you three, and you just left me.
Well, what about my amazing Merry Christmas, Michael film?
Oh yes.
Well.
So Harley made around Christmas time. Our project was to make a
script
horror
writer.
film, and he wrote a script, and it was like Christmas horror themed, and it was just truly amazing.
It was. It should have won Oscars.
And Sean was actually featuring in it.
Yeah, he was. He was the
dad.
Yeah, he was actually.
Yeah, it was.
And he had to make the famous line of "Merry Christmas, Michael," which now we make jokes about all the time. So.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It's not Christmas yet, but.
Go on, Sean.
Anyway.
Give us a bit. Go on.
Go on, Sean.
Go on, Sean.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to replicate it. No.
Okay, maybe next time.
Maybe if you keep listening out until Christmas, then I might do it.
If you listen to the end of this podcast.
Last one before Christmas. Exclusive, and I might just pull out a Merry Christmas, Michael.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool. Right. What other things were we going to talk about today?
Wait, just on a side thing before we go on to the next thing. Like, do you ever feel like now we're doing a podcast, like you can't pronounce words how you normally pronounce them?
I can't speak properly.
Yeah, even right now, I feel like I can't speak properly. Like, this is weird for me.
That's our excuse. We actually have stage fright in front of no one.
In front of a microphone.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of weird because it's
just us having a regular conversation, but we're in front of a microphone.
Because like recording it now, we can't like think about how many people are gonna like listen to it, can we?
Well, from our stats, Sean, on SoundCloud, we have had a total of 18 plays, but 13 in the last 24 hours. So, well, I mean, to be fair, most of that is us. I've just been listening to it about 5 times. But yeah, amazing. That's great. But next topic. Good question. So we've done Harley. Interest, you said earlier. I mean, yesterday, last podcast.
Oh,
you're in you're talking about IGN. Assuming.
Yeah.
You're into all that
video games.
Gaming things.
Yes, I am. The new FIFA has just been released. FIFA 19. It is a very good game. At the start, I thought this game isn't for me. I mean, this is the worst I've ever been at FIFA in a while because they have finally updated gameplay for once. Because every year it feels like it's kind of the same gameplay. But it feels like they've actually changed it up a little bit this year. But yeah, I'm getting slowly better at the game.
I mean, I haven't bought it yet, but I'll hopefully get it soon. I really like. Is there like what's it called? No rules feature.
Yeah.
That looks so sick. So there's no, basically to clarify, there's no offsides.
Yeah.
And you can.
And there's no fouls either.
No fouls. Like, that would be so sick. I can't wait to get that.
And there's a headers and volleys mode as well. So you get 1 goal for scoring just a regular goal, and 2 goals for scoring a volley or a header. So.
Is the career mode different? Because I was just that's what I normally play.
I haven't actually played career mode this year. I am quite a big career mode player because, from PS3, I didn't used to have online, so I used to play a lot of career mode.
Have you? Yeah.
But yeah, the computer feels like it has improved. I've played a bit of the new Champions League mode that's in the game. Yeah.
Have you seen the Petr Cech glitch with the helmet?
Yeah.
It's like basically Jacob. So there's this career thing where you can be like a manager.
Yeah.
And go through a season, and basically there's this Arsenal keeper. Like
I
when
know who he is.
When
He's got the rugby.
And he has the rugby hat thing on, but like. There's this thing like you go into like a room and you negotiate like a contract and stuff, but when he's out of the ground, like he's still wearing a helmet.
So he's wearing a suit.
So like he'll go into like a meeting and then he'll have like a suit and his helmet on, and it just looks really funny.
That's funny.
There's
Yeah.
FIFA on Twitter, isn't it?
Last
Yeah.
time I owned a FIFA game was FIFA 09 on the DS,
Wow.
Mm.
and yeah.
I used to play.
10
Yes.
years ago.
Oh my. Oh man.
10 years.
Jeez, man.
Did you get the XL, like the bigger one, the bigger DS?
Sorry, Sean. No, I got
I'm-
the normal DS.
Oh, my DS got crushed.
But
What?
Basically, I went on a we went to, I think it was Cornwall, maybe something like that. We went in a caravan with my mum, my parents, and like a few other family members, and basically there was one person was quite young who went on the holiday, and basically she thought it was a good idea to like stack the DSs on top of each other, and obviously mine was on the bottom, and I took it out to play it the next time to play a bit of Super Mario Brothers, and half of my screen was black. So I mean, that was fun.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
was the end of
yeah.
mine.
first time I ever heard of a DS was when I went to Mallorca in like 2007,
Mm.
and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I've never seen something so amazing. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
No, it was big for the time.
Yeah.
It was.
Everyone
Not Wii
played.
as well.
Everyone played Mario Kart, right?
Yeah.
Mario
But
Kart.
that was mainly a Wii Mario
Or yeah, and
Kart.
Wii. Like
Yeah.
you used to get the little you had the controller, then you get like the
Wheel.
wheel around it. Yeah. Wii Sports
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Speaking of sports, Premier League this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
'Cause that's
nice.
what we meant to
Oh,
go-
That was the best
Wee.
segue.
Yeah. We've spent all morning trying to think about how we can segue into the next part of the podcast.
That was nice.
So that was very nice.
very
Harlan.
nice.
Thank you.
It's a big game this weekend.
Mhm.
Manchester City versus Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Huge game.
Mhm.
Liverpool obviously been playing very well. Man City playing very well as well. I think
Mm.
probably Man City will win the league. Although Liverpool do look very good.
Yeah.
I just can't see them doing it for the rest of the season like they do every year pretty much.
Both of them are unbeaten, aren't they?
I believe. Yeah, I
yeah,
believe so,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure they are.
Yeah.
So who do you think is going to win, Harley?
Is it? I don't know. Let
Not
me just
Tottenham.
check. Is it? Liverpool.
Right. We'll
Are we
get
talking
onto
about the whole thing or just the game?
just the game.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
Man City and Liverpool, Jacob. Not
Yeah,
anything
Tottenham-
to do with
Tottenham
Spurs.
still won't win.
Yeah. So it's at Anfield. The game is at Anfield.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we
yeah.
talking about Tottenham.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tottenham have just come off a 4-2 loss to Barcelona, so I am in a state of like depression at the moment. So if you could just stay away from that, Jacob,
I
that'd be
didn't
really nice.
Yeah. So the game is going to be played at Anfield. So I do think. Yeah. I think Liverpool 3-1, 2-1 maybe.
Oh, hide
Mm.
your
Oh,
predictions.
yeah, at Anfield. I mean, that could be very good, I think. Or Salah. I mean, a big part of how Liverpool play is Salah into making those kind of runs, but he hasn't
No,
hit
it's
the
not
form
the same
of-
as last year.
Yeah. So maybe. It's close, isn't it? Because I think on the break Liverpool is so good, but Man City, if they keep the ball, if they wear them down, if David Silva has like a top game, I think Man City. It might be a draw, but
Man
I'm
City.
not sure. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
So I think Liverpool. I think Sean thinks more Man City or a draw.
Yeah, I think more Man City. I think they've gone like Man City have gone under the radar a little bit this season because everyone thinks they're so good, but
Yeah.
you have like and new teams like Chelsea and got a little bit better, and Man United taking the news with like Mourinho and stuff. But Man City is still like the best team, but they're still going like under the radar, and people are kind of like people still know they're good, but they're still going under the radar. So yeah. Anyway, enough of sports
Cool. Right.
because I can't take
Jacob's
any
paper
more.
time. Right. I think we
Awesome.
should call it that. So we got Harley's games and sports, and then we got Jacob's paper time.
Paper time. Is that what's good?
Paper time.
What about me?
You've got your. No, what do you have?
Sean time.
Sean
Yeah,
time.
What am I?
You're just your Sean time story time.
Oh,
Story time.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, not yet.
oh,
because, you
okay.
know-
All right.
I'm the Segway King as well.
Oh yeah, segue king. Yeah. But right in the paper today in the Free Metro.
Hmm.
First, the headline is
I can see it already.
is Theresa May. Theresa May. Right. She did a very interesting dance.
Yes.
Well, actually, 2 times. She did it in South
Oh,
Africa or
no.
Africa, and she's done it again. She's back again.
Obviously, we don't want to be really like political on this.
This is not
podcast, 'cause
political.
It's not. That's
This
not
is
what we're here
definitely
for.
not political.
Go to like LBC or somewhere if you want to
Yeah,
see politics. But
But like this is about her dancing. This is nothing political. But like the Metro have titled it Pole dancer. But not pole as... Oh no, it's spelled the same, pole and pole.
No, pole is Pole.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob's not the best with spelling. Just put that
Yeah,
out.
we'll discover that at different
But the
points.
pole is spelled P-O-L-L, like a...
Like a polling
like a
station.
voting
like
pole.
a pole. Like
Yeah,
a
that was it. Me and Harley watched it earlier, and man,
dancing to dancing.
I couldn't actually watch it.
Queen.
It was shocking.
Yeah, it was Dancing Queen.
But that was
She is definitely not.
that was
Dancing
probably
Queen.
one of the funniest things I found in there. But
Yeah, and we can all vote. Well, soon. I
Yeah.
mean, well, we were talking about.
when's the next voting thing?
They said around. We were talking to a teacher, weren't we,
Yeah.
earlier? Like, they normally do democratic votes around May time. By which time we'll all be 18 by then.
I'll be
by
able
May.
to vote.
So we'll be able to vote.
Watch out,
Yeah.
Britain.
Yeah, your vote is going to change the whole of Britain, Jake.
It's quite.
Every vote counts, Sean.
Yeah, when I will vote though, it's going to to be my first time doing it. It might be
Anticlimactic?
quite no,
How?
because it feels like you're putting a massive impact into the world.
Yeah.
Realistically, I mean it is, but
How
there's
m-
millions of other people voting as well.
How many people our age do you think actually vote? Well, not our age because we can't vote now, but like 18, 19, stuff like that.
We should talk about that.
I mean, when people
We're talking about it now.
Oh, yeah, true.
I think when people first turn 18, they'll be quite excited to do it. But like over a couple of years, they might feel like, oh, I'm not interested in politics. I don't care. My vote's not going to make that much of an impact. But realistically, it probably does. So.
Very good.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in the paper, Jacob?
I don't like doing it because it's really
Oh.
loud.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry guys. Sorry for the rubbishy audio.
How old school are we? We're looking through the paper. We're not even
Yeah,
online looking at it.
we're not gonna. By the way, we're not gonna like spend any money on any of the newspapers. All of the news we're going to be getting is from the Metro
So it's
for the
free.
foreseeable
Cheap
future.
and reliable sources. If we
Because-
ever do
yeah.
football transfer news, it might not be the most
Yeah,
reliable.
well, we're not trying to like offend the Metro, but yeah, it'll be from the Metro, basically.
Quality source.
Yeah. Right. Talking about politics, Theresa May, London. Sean, you told us a little story this morning.
Oh, he's gone. He's
London transport.
he's pulled.
He's pulled it out the bag of the
Jacob's
segue.
Jacob's pulled out
Segway
another.
King, well done.
I'm the only one who hasn't pulled out a segue in this podcast.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Come on, Sean, you have to do
I have to produce.
So your podcast. Oh, your podcast.
it. Your story.
Your
My
story about London transport. Sean, take it away. You have the floor.
Go.
I really don't want to say it. Talk about.
Don't
this.
get angry about it.
I'm because
Good.
I've explained this to Harley. I've explained this to both of you.
I was
haven't
with
I?
you.
You did get
And
quite
you were
passionate
both
earlier.
with me, and I explained it to someone else. So, basically, I'm going to college actually, and so my bus run goes past me. So I go to run for it. I think I'm gonna like miss the bus, and the doors are gonna close on me, and I'm not gonna get there. Eventually, I run and I get there in time. But what happens is, I kind of don't even know about, like, not even thinking about it. I like go in front, like there's a line to get onto the bus. I push in front of two people, like, but not like aggressively,
Oh,
just
no.
a little bit, and then I get onto the bus, and then a guy from behind me, he's like 60 something. He comes from behind, and then he like covers the bit where you tap your card, and he suddenly goes like, wait, what are you doing? And then and then I was like, I didn't say anything, and then he started going on like a rant about how I've pushed in front of him and stuff, and how I should respect like elderly people, even though he's not elderly himself, but he
I
was
think
like,
some people may say 60 is fairly elderly.
yeah, but
I was like, no,
I don't know. And then but it was really embarrassing. That's the worst part from it. It wasn't just that. It wasn't what you were saying. It was more just like the bus was packed, and everyone was just looking at me in the morning, and I didn't really like respond to what he was saying, and no one really wanted it in the morning, and it was just a bit embarrassing. So I just went up to the upper deck, put my music on, and left it there. But that was but I don't know. It's I was but he's going like really, like, he was really aggressive. I was saying earlier, like he was going on about, like, you know, if I was your age, I would like I would have got my head kicked in or something. I was like, what? Irrelevant.
Oh,
And then
drop the I word.
the I word.
Yeah, isn't that me?
Huh?
Oh,
Oh no, Jacob, don't get involved. Please don't. Please don't.
So, yeah, that's my public transport story, Jacob.
That's
that's
Sean's public transport stories.
Hey, doesn't. Yeah.
Me and Harley.
Tricast podcast.
But yeah, okay. Well, I think Harley's got one next week as well.
Yes.
So
Stay tuned for that.
we should be doing that.
Yeah.
Right, people are just watching us.
Yes.
Right.
Hello.
Hello.
Key.
Oh.
It's.
People are asking for the key again.
Adam. Oh no, I shouldn't say his name. Should I shout out Adam Carr?
Right, Harley.
It's on the top.
How about me and Sean talk about something else?
I'll be 1 second.
You just help them with the key. Oh, why does this happen every
This
time?
happened last podcast. Oh look! Oh, here's the rubbish audio. Great. No, Harley, why are you leaving it open?
Sean.
Why would you leave the door open, Harley?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't.
Harley, you're just not a professional.
No, sorry.
What?
Leaving the door.
I bet this is going to
open.
happen every time you do a podcast. Like disclaimer, if you want, people
Keyword.
will
We
come.
have so many disclaimers.
We actually do.
So
Yeah.
what were we saying?
We were talking about your train or transport, and so that probably what was that? That will probably be a kind of little segment for Sean and Harley and me, mainly you two, because I don't really
Transport
have
talks.
transport talk.
But Jacob, you have the longest journey, so surely there's more for you
Surely,
to talk
but you know
about.
everyone's very tired at what the time I'm getting, you know, because
Right,
it's so
yeah.
early. But
Fair play.
trying to think. But I know you Harley definitely has some stories, so we'll do
You
that
wanna see
later.
more?
And also, isn't the central line like delayed? Wait, didn't you say how many was there? Like 800,000.
800,000 people. Because so on Friday, this will be going out on Friday.
Oh yeah.
On Friday, today there was a massive tube strike on the central line. So it goes from Thursday at 12 p.m. to midnight to Friday midnight. So yeah, I can't really make it to college on Friday, which is today. So if you're trying to listen, you're listening to
Would
this
be
about,
today.
Well,
yeah.
Just
Yeah, if you're listening
Really
to this about
confusing.
7 o'clock, it's still closed.
yeah. Well, just looking at more news instead of the Metro. Sorry, I keep going away from the mic. Sky News. The Holy Grail of whiskey sold for a record. I'll let you do that number because I just realised I was like, well, I can't do numbers.
The Holy
so-
Grail of whiskey. I don't know the price.
£848,750.
See, that wasn't that hard. I don't know why. I just didn't want to mess it up and then just.
By the way, if you think Jacob is a bit stupid, he has passed maths.
I did pass
And
maths.
he passed English as well.
I got
he
a
got
B
a high
in
grade
English.
than me.
Yeah, so you know, don't be judging.
Oh, is Edmund going to be coming?
Oh, okay, just come in.
Yes.
That's cool.
No, we do not have. We
It's
just gave
in
the key to
other
Cat.
room. Thanks for that. Thanks for the interruption. That's
Okay.
all good. You know.
You're not going to get a shout out, mate.
When Sean
You
gets
say-
angry, he always says "mate." I just realised that.
Yeah,
He always do that. He's like
been doing that
"mate."
recently.
But okay, right.
It's a London thing.
Calm
but
down. I
it's-
honestly thought we had that under control.
What?
That was going good.
Yeah, what's going good?
What was going good?
In the last 5 minutes, it's just gone.
Oh right.
People come
and
in.
now yeah,
Just walk in. That's cool. You know.
Well-
Even though it says on air.
It does.
Honestly.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right, anyway.
Annoying.
Okay, let's just calm down. Right, so that bottle of whiskey, right, from 1926. Whew. That's old.
Wait, what did you say? I
The
blanked
whiskey
out.
that was sold for a certain amount of money.
1826.
19.
Oh,
1826.
I didn't hear you.
But yeah, whiskey is pretty interesting because
Drink a lot of it, Jacob.
no, I do not. No, it's just like when like you know you have age. It's all about age, and like you get a 7-year I think or something, and then a 25, and then a 50, and whatever.
Okay.
So even if it was made 100 years ago, let's say you make one now,
Yeah.
and it's a 25-year-old whiskey because it's been done in the barrel for 25 years or whatever. So if you keep it for 100 years, it will not be a 125-year-old. It will be a 25-year-old whiskey still. It's very confusing.
Okay.
But little fact right there.
And
You're
for
welcome.
all you whiskey lovers out there.
No, it's just there was a tour thing, not for whiskey, but
Yeah.
they
None of
have
us can legally drink yet.
that. Oh no.
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 No, Jacob.
Never drunk
No.
in my life,
Oh,
so
yeah. We've
Nope.
never had a bit of alcohol before.
I don't know. I haven't, Sean. You're
I
acting
don't know,
like you have. I
Yeah,
have
sure,
not.
Well,
you're
no,
saying
no,
it
I ju-
sarcastically.
I just said I haven't.
No, but you said it like, none of us.
I have not.
Well, the people commenting can decide that.
Please comment.
You decide.
Oh yeah, tell us in the comments about what we need to improve and stuff.
Yeah.
Or email us at something.
We need to create an email, don't we?
No.
Do we?
We'll just just DM us on the Twitter,
At
which
The
is
Twitter,
Harley.
which is which is that? Tricast pod, capital T, capital P.
Love it. That's
Follow.
how I say my name. Jacob MacDonald, MAC, non-capital D.
What?
Sorry.
Wait, the MAC are capitals. That's what you basically just said.
No, non-capital D. Because normally people spell it as MAC, capital D. I'm like, Harley's saying P. Yeah. Sorry, I just thought it would be funny to talk about,
Yes.
But yeah, I think that is mainly everything we wanted to talk about today. What time are you at, Sean?
We are. Oh, we're over half an hour.
Oh, really?
We are. It's we've
Whoa.
actually surpassed the time of the first episode.
No, I just thought
the first
because
podcast.
because he did hand gestures to us about
What?
10 minutes ago, and I was very confused.
Oh no! I was trying to gesture like 20, but
I just saw you doing
Kind of
this. I was
failed.
like, "What are you doing?"
I was kind of doing like a cat impression.
Like playing the piano.
Right.
Stevie Wonder.
No.
Oh, Sean.
Anyway, I think that wraps up today's episode of the Tricast
That was a horrible
podcast.
laugh.
If you did enjoy, don't forget to like, follow us on Twitter, of course. Thank you very much for listening.
Oh my god, I'm Jacob.
I'm Harley, and you've been listening to.
Oh, Sean hasn't said.
Yeah, that's Sean. And you've been listening
Sean
to
apologises.
the Tricast
It's
podcast.
not-
Thank you very much.
It's not YouTube, Harley. You can't say. Wait, can you like on SoundCloud?
Yes, you can, Sean.
Oh,
We did get.
right. Yeah, do like it then.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Yes.
yeah. So just as a
Yeah, sorry.
Finishing off.
Goodbye, and I'd like to apologise to Stevie Wonder.
Who definitely listens to the
Who's
podcast.
But
if you ever
yeah.
listen to this, Stevie, I love your music, and
yeah.
but
But
I'm
by the
sorry.
way, just for the Twitter thing, he said the SoundCloud link is soundcloud.com/Tricast podcast.
It's in our bio as well. Of our Twitter.
Oh, the Twitter. Cool.
Thank you very
That's
much.
everything.
All
Cool.
right, thank
Thanks
you
for
very
listening.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.